Awesome. There we go. Well, welcome everybody to the Mailbox Power Mastermind Call for affiliates that want to grow their Mailbox Power business. Technically, this could be for anybody because if you're in sales of any kind, this call is a great place for anyone to be. So whether you're trying to grow your traditional or your other sales business or this, it's a great place to mastermind and learn from the collective here. We've been watching Star Trek, the collective. So we always like to start all with wins for the week. So does anybody want to share any wins? Gail.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to do this. Okay.
We'll do that while you do yours.
Okay, so I met, I go to 1 Million Cups in town. Every Wednesday, and this woman came in. She's never been there before. Quick conversation, told her what I did. She's new in Mary Kay. She wanted to schedule an appointment right then and there. So we met the following week, and now she is a pro account because that's where she needs to be starting out. And she's so excited. So first it was getting her, while I'm out of town, I said, put your contacts into the Excel form. She has 100 and some. She's never done that before. So that's her first learning curve. She wanted to know how to install the program. I said, no, nothing to install. That's how new she is. So it's going to be fun to get her going when I get back. I'm giving her a couple assignments, things to do. And so she is very excited, So it was wonderful.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Kimberly.
From a client and a friend of mine, he sent me the email, and it says, one of the companies I'm working with has asked me to hook them up with a company that I mentioned to them before, which can help them with small thank you gifts for their clients. Can you call me later? Yeah. I think what I did is I forgot all of the people that I ever brought to a presentation when we were doing those presentations. And David Ransom was one of those. He got a gift in the mail and everything. So it really planted a great seed. So I am going to be speaking to my ideal client who's looking for something, who has a budget, and has the technical know-how to get started. I'm so excited. So I will keep you posted next week.
Awesome. Congratulations, Kimberly. But that brings up a great point. And I do see Irma's hand up, but I want to talk about this right now because Kimberly said, I forgot about all those people that I had invited to a presentation. And how many of us have invited 5, 10, hundreds of people to those presentations, even if they never showed up? They obviously were interested enough to ask for a link to a presentation, or they came to one, and that is a good lesson. They reach back out to Kimberly, so we know that the seeds we plant and that our system is so powerful. But make those lists, because I was doing some math before the call, and do you realize if you just signed up one pro, not executive, and you know we always talk about the executives, but if you signed up just one pro a month, do you realize at the end of the year that's almost $400 a month that you would have in a marketing budget? That's one. The power of one. Do it one every month. I didn't get to do that math yet, but I will here in a minute. But yeah, if you added one, like one this month and then 2 and then 4, can you imagine what your check would be at the end of the year? Irma.
So I had a different kind of win. I had the opportunity to do a video with Wendy to help potential customers that are employers, because that's what I work with, employers.
Yep.
And they're going to sell my book on Mailbox Power. So I just had 50 books shipped out. So if you know any employers, keep an eye out.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. And look for my video. I don't know when it'll you know, when it'll be on the website or wherever they put it, but
Yeah, no, I'll have to watch that one for sure. Any other wins for the week? Machen, he just
What's
popped
up?
in.
I built a couple friends
Your
and I
team.
I definitely had some help. Built a WHMCS, which is like a billing software. We built an integration for Mailbox Power. It's open source, and we're like publishing it in that marketplace where people can use it. So anybody who's like web hosting, not anybody, but like a huge portion of those people that do what I do, like have that same software. So now they can just grab the thing and plug it in. All they need is an account over here. And I'm writing the copy for the README today, and that'll be my win of the week this week. So it includes a link over to here.
Nice.
They'll have to create an account to use it.
Yep. Yeah, awesome. Congratulations. Any other wins of the week? You guys just shuffled a minute ago, so I don't know if I saw any other hands. All right, well, we always talk about mindset. I really believe that's the key. And, you know, we kind of just talked about that a minute ago with Kimberly. And once they're gone, that's another mindset, is once they've come to a presentation, if they didn't sign up, they're not interested or they fall off our list. And what do we tell our clients? Gail, I see your lips, but I don't hear you.
Stay in touch. I send a card to all those prospects every single month. Nothing has come of it as yet, but there's going to be the day somebody says, hey, I've been getting your cards. We need to talk. It'll happen.
Yep.
And the person that gave me the referral, David Ransom, he gets a birthday card. He's also a client, so he gets, you know, different cards through, and he's had the experience of actually getting a box. So I think that's what really planted the seed.
Yep, exactly. So let's not forget about those people, because we tell our clients it takes 7 to 12 touches, 7 to 12 times to see your brand. But why are we in Mailbox Power thinking that it should happen on the first or the second? Why? Yes, we have a very powerful system and it usually takes less than that. But why do we think it can be one and done or two and done? We're no different than any other industry, any other product. They need to see what we do multiple times for the most part. If you get in front of the right person at the right time that needs your solution, it's a win right away. But you got to nurture those relationships.
You know, the other thing to think about is when you're doing your presentation, what kind of message are you sending? So always think about, well, if I didn't get this one signed up, what could I have done different in my messaging to maybe generate more interest or answer more questions, provide information about the features or the benefits of what we do. So always consider reevaluating exactly what your message is and how that's coming across to whoever you're presenting. Sometimes it's just about getting the right message to people so that you generate the interest for your product. So just think about that and go back and reevaluate the way you presented to them.
Hold on, I just, as we were talking, I'm like, oh, I have somebody I need to follow up with. I'm like, I better put it in my notes right now, because I owe her an answer. And the other thing is I've had so many people come to me, and the name I just wrote down wants to cast a really wide net. They are opening a new business and they want to market and they want to grab all of this. But their budget is this. And they want to do a one and done. But I'd rather cast a wider net and reach more people. A one and done, when clients come to you, and this is the conversation I had with her, is one and done generally doesn't get the job done. One and done doesn't get the job done. I just came up with that. It doesn't. I've seen so many people try to do one medium postcard campaign that goes out, automation that goes out, and they get nothing from it, and they get really frustrated, and they're like, your system doesn't work. No, our system works. You have to work the system, and it takes time. So I always recommend to those customers, at a minimum, if your budget is 1,000, 5,000, whatever it is, figure out at minimum, divide that by 3. Minimum of 3 touches to go out if you're doing a postcard automation. I really think it's 4 or 5 is much better, but if they're pushing for 1, at least get them to think about 3 at a minimum.
It's about that visibility again and getting your brand known. So Brenda's right. One and done doesn't work. Get that message out and your brand out, and you have to do it multiple times over the course of 3 or 4 months.
I was looking to see if I had any hands. I don't, yeah,
Yeah.
I encountered the same thing when I used to sell advertising. They would want the cover one time. And I said, I'm not taking your money. Well, why not? Because it won't work. And it's an education that you have to, you've got the experience. And when people ask me the question, you have to give them the truth, because you can sign them up, pocket that commission, but they don't get results. It's on you
Well,
in their mind.
right.
So,
Well, and that brings up a good point. It's on us. They see it as on us. And it's on us, like Gail said, to be honest, because if they don't win, if they don't get something from that, we do have people that tend to get something from one mailer, but not a huge result. Now, what are they telling everybody in their sphere of influence about Mailbox Power? It doesn't work. Negative news spreads way faster than positive. And so I want you to think about that.
And it's just a different medium too. Think about television. If somebody buys advertising on television, are they going to buy just one ad? No. They're going to buy multiple spots so that their brand can be seen and heard. So again, it's the same thing for direct mail marketing. It's no different. It's just a different medium.
And I mean, think about your social media, the people that might be in your life that do social media advertising. They'll do Google or Facebook ads for you. Or think about the other advertising methods out there, like VailPack or Quality Connections magazines, or any of those. Do you know that the majority of those have generally a year minimum that they require them to sign up for? I've seen a few that do 6 months. I'm like, why do you think they do that? That's what I say to the customer. Why do you think they make you sign up? Well, they want our money. No, because they know it takes 6 months for it to work, and they don't want to waste your money. Nanette.
So think about it this way, you guys. How many times do you see an advertisement or the Coca-Cola logo and you're not thirsty? Okay. And then you're driving down the street, all of a sudden thirsty, and you go, oh, I'm going to stop for a Coke because that was the last sign I saw. It's conscious. It's not even conscious. So the need has to align with the timing of the message.
Yep.
And so you don't know what that timing is. I don't need to go to the dentist every time I see a postcard come through, right? That says, hi, come visit my dentist shop, right? Or my dentist office, or come get your teeth cleaned. But having a reminder from my dentist show up in my mailbox when it's time to get my teeth cleaned would be a handy tool. So it's about need and it's about timing.
Yep.
And And the problem is, from our perspective as advertisers, and that's probably the best term, is we don't know what that timing is with people. And that's why multiple touches are so important.
Yep.
Irma.
So I had to disconnect for a second. So somebody might have said this, but I even put it on the video I did with Wendy. I heard this somewhere and I don't remember where, but people can know you and like you and trust you, but if they don't remember you when they need you, you lose.
Yep.
So I think that kind of supported what Nanette was just saying, and probably the people before her. So I just thought I'd share that.
Love it. Thank you, Irma.
Mhm.
Machen.
Something that I've learned just from my experience in doing mail before Mailbox Power, and then mail once the API became available, which for anybody who's not fully aware, the API just lets you do all the things you click your mouse to do, but it lets it happen in like computer language. And so one powerful thing that just became available by Justin's recent update by scanning QR codes is something that I have paid on average like 5 figures, the lower 5 figures for access to be able to go into a neighborhood and essentially, we have multiple touches, multiple steps. If we follow up with somebody one time, 50% of people don't do that. So that part where we're trying to be remembered, if we do that, like you said, a 3-touch campaign, that's brilliant because first off, who does that? Very few people. People with massive, huge budgets like XM and these huge global corporations that want you to buy subscription services and stuff like that. So obviously that's people that we're gonna want to work with. Well, they already use tools like this to then, when somebody scans your QR code, to offer digital ads to them. And so if your customer or your friend, this business owner, or whoever you meet, is currently serving digital ads, you can ask them, well, what's your current marketing budget? Because serious people have a marketing budget, and say, okay, well, what's our marketing budget for Mailbox Power? And they give you a number, $1,000 or something, and say, okay, well, would you like to take that and we do the 3 mailings, and then use those mailings integrated with your digital marketing strategy? Just connect me with who does your digital marketing. That way you get 2 contacts out of 1 contact, and you can share with that person how to simply scan a QR code, hit Zapier, and run their ads, which I'm telling you guys is insane. Like I send ads out, I send postcards out all the time. Now I add a QR code and say, that's it. And then it triggers ads. So it's a superpower that we have there. And somebody like Andrea or even corporate can help set that kind of stuff up. They can plug it together, and then you just go over to wherever you place ads and plug your graphics in or whatever. I'll shut up. It's powerful. Think of this. I won't shut up. Sorry. Think of this. You have a neighborhood, and you're a realtor, your customer's a realtor, and they want to dominate that neighborhood because they're gonna have a couple open houses there and they want to show up there. Well, sure, we could have $10,000 in mail hit them 30 days of a month. Or we could put $100 in super targeted ads and hit people 50,000 times across every newspaper article they read, every podcast they listen to, all kinds of that stuff, because the digital marketing world has access to that. Mailbox Power can bust in their front door, have them scan a QR code, and then proliferate across your marketing everywhere, and you show up 50,000 times for a fraction of that 5-figure budget. That's my point.
That was very well said.
Yes. Hold on, I'm trying to get
Wait, I don't know how to do that.
for the link. So I'm trying to get the link. Come on, view playlist. My computer's not working. Trying to grab the link to the replays. So where did Zoom go? There it is. There we go. There's the link to the replays. I think Lynn was asking for it. That's a great point, Machen, and I haven't had a chance to dive into it, but I did see that post by Justin, and I was like, I know this is really cool. I know this provides a lot more for me and the clients. And so if you have any questions, Andrea and Machen obviously are on this call, are our integrations experts. So if you have questions about it, I can't wait to see how that works, you know.
I have a question.
Sure.
Who has a dynamic QR code account and $1 a day for advertising? And I'll set it and something like that, something with automation tools. I'll set it up for you. Bob, I know you have a little bit more complex. Yours is perfect. I could work with you. Now that I finished that API, now I have all the calls to do all the crazy stuff. But I would love to see somebody send cards and then someone scan a QR code and then you just run a video ad on social media, wherever you want to show up, for like $1 a day to whoever scans that card to see your brilliant face and talk to. They want to see you. They want to know who's behind the card. I dare you to do it. I'll support you all along the way. I'll do it. I'm not, whatever.
Can you, I think you should like do a video on how we do all that.
Yeah, whoever I do this with, I want to record it. That's what I was gonna say. And then we could share it here to the mastermind group and anybody can do it.
I
Okay?
would do it. I don't understand it.
You have to have a little bit of a budget. That's all it really takes. A little software
I
budget.
have a little bit of a budget.
Right. It's simple. We'll set it up.
Bob.
I really love the dynamic QR codes. I think this is a game changer for us and for our clients. And I'm really excited about it. I'm converting all of my campaigns to use them. And some of the QR codes I've been putting together link to short videos that I'm putting together that explain the system or explain something else a little more in depth. But this is so powerful. When I talk to my contact, my networking people, I ask them, when is the best time to follow up with a client or a prospect? And the answer is the best time is when they show an interest.
Mm-hmm.
And we use a tool that the minute they scan that code, they have shown an interest. That's the time to get back in touch with them. And we can do that. And that is so amazingly powerful that people have got to get a hold of this thing. It's great.
Awesome. Bob, I do have a question for you because Mike and I we've seen your videos because obviously we get your postcards and that. What are you using? What software are you using to build them? I know you do PowerPoint for all of your other stuff.
It's a combination of things. I use PowerPoint to create graphics,
Yep.
what have you. But to create the actual videos, now you can use PowerPoint to create videos. Did you know that?
You can use what?
You can export PowerPoint along with the audio that you put in PowerPoint as a video.
Oh yeah, I did know that. Yes.
Okay. But I professionally, I've always used a tool called Camtasia.
Yep, that's what we use.
That's what we use.
Yeah.
And it's a very powerful tool, but it's not too hard to learn, and it does a really good job. And so that's how I create most of my videos with Camtasia.
What's that
But I
called
have a number
again?
of other tools I use as well.
It's Camtasia, Kimberly.
It's by a company called TechSmith. So if you look for TechSmith on the web, it will bring it up. But it is Camtasia. And I just want to give a shout out.
Not cheap.
What?
It's
No,
not
it's
cheap.
not cheap.
No,
It
but you get what you pay for. I've always said. And one thing I do want to do is I want to give a shout out to Bob. He put that link to his video last week's call for the dynamic QR code video that he did, and he did a fantastic, awesome job. So just wanted to give that shout out to Bob.
And I love that at the end of he's always saying, get back with the person who invited you to this video. And I'm going to do more of those. I know a few people have asked me to do that. When we were doing them, we were just doing them for our customers and putting them out there, and people started watching them even in Mailbox Power. So I am going to do more like Bob is, that we're going to put some white label or whatever you want to call it, videos out there that will send them back to you. We got just a couple minutes left. Any other questions or thoughts on our topic today? I'm gonna put one more number in your head. I gotta do the calculator though.
Well, she's doing that. I just want to, again, go back to that mindset thing that we talk about consistently. You know, a lot of times we have our own limiting beliefs. And if you let those limiting beliefs take over, it kind of impacts your ability to conduct business. So always, I'm a firm believer that if you're not constantly reevaluating yourself and your business, that you won't continue to grow. So I believe that a constant reevaluation is really important to what you do.
So the other number I want to put in your head is if you only signed up one executive every single month, just one for a year. At the end of the year,
Welcome to Mailbox Power.
Stop.
Let's take. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll have them,
Yeah,
sweetie.
I
Go back
I
to.
just need to go back.
You know that voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Bob. He clicked on your video. What would it look like if you signed up one executive a month who could use $1,000 either in marketing or extra income, and it would only take 1 year to get there? Now, you could do it much quicker, but that's doing just a little bit every month, because I know you all have other jobs, other products that you represent, or your real estate or mortgage or other things that take up a lot of your time. But what if you just shared and had one executive sign up a month? At the end of the year, you'd have almost $1,000 in a marketing budget to spend in Mailbox Power, or spend wherever you want. Bob.
I just wanted to tell people, I put links to a couple of videos in the chat box, and you are more than welcome to use those. I've tried to write them generically so they don't reference me other than I identify who I am. But if you want to use those as targets for any of your QR codes, feel free to use them.
Thank you so much, Bob. And I think you have the best voice for video. We were talking about that. We were listening. Mike's like, oh my God, he's got a voice.
No, I have a great voice. I have a face for radio.
They weren't saying that, Bob. They weren't saying that. They weren't saying that.
Well, with that, we're right at the bottom of the hour, pretty close to it. So we'll wrap it up for this week. And what was that? And we'll see you all next Monday, and we wish you great success in the next week, and we look forward to hearing all your success stories next Monday on the Mastermind Call. Have a great week, everyone.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.